40% lighter. That was the design criteria when we ended up, we hit those targets. And as you know, that was the king of the road when cab overs were still here. J.B. Hunt ran hundreds of them. And so anyway, that's how some of the things you do as you start a new product and a new program like that. When you end up, you gotta know where you're gonna be. And that starts at the very beginning. And Freightliners, even the lightweight ones that they had, fell apart. And they sold a reinforcing kit for the cab. So it's just some of the history we go through.
Our service departments are setting schedules for customers. They're tracking customers' vehicles through On-Command Connect. And anything that there's a engine light that comes on, there's geofencing around your territory for your locations. If that truck has an engine light on and it crosses that invisible fence, it pings your service department and tells you that this truck has a situation that you need to try to get that work into your service department. So it's super interesting, the tracking abilities that they have. Whenever you look at the European model, there are no mom and pop dealers over there. It is DAF, MAN, Scania, Mercedes. There's no real mom and pop competition. So that's something that the European leaders at International Motors now are trying to figure out how to get around.
The specs and so on. We've already gone down through this, so I'm going to buzz right on through it. But basically, Volkswagen Traton division bought Navistar. They formed Scout Motors. The heritage of the Scout name and the product was such that they wanted to leverage it, bring their own Scout back into the marketplace. And they have locations throughout the country. These are the regional locations. But the main one is their innovation center, and that's in Novi, Michigan. All of the new product development, design, and styling and so on is done there. Why in Novi, Michigan? Well, guess where Chrysler and Ford and General Motors are, and guess who they've hired? They're trying to find the best of the best. So they really have, I think, done a very, very good job. They have also their main office in Columbia, South Carolina. Unfortunately, they got the construction team, the production teams. It's also right next to Columbia, which you see here, where I was 3 months as a ground pounder in the advanced infantry training. So I don't have a lot of good memories of that. Never forget Tank Hill. You had to run up that sucker both field backs. Anyway, this is what they are building a brand new plant from the ground to build Scouts. So that in itself is a hell of a commitment. This is outside of Columbia. It's called Rutland, South Carolina. And you can see
a little humor, so just this little video clip here, kind of self-explanatory.
Hello, this is Chris. Miss Jones, everything okay? Eli hadn't turned his homework in 3 days. Look, I tell you what, I take responsibility for that. I haven't been checking recently. I can personally guarantee that he's gonna turn his homework in for the rest of the year. Yes, ma'am. I have a board of education that's gonna ensure that. Hello, this is Chris. Miss Jones. Eli hasn't turned his homework in 3 days. Yes, I'm aware of that. I told him he didn't have to do it. But we're so tired in the evenings after baseball and dinner at McDonald's and stuff that, there's no time for that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, me and some of the other parents been talking, and we feel like if you would do a better job teaching while they're at school, then homework really wouldn't be necessary.
Do I need to say anything else? So I always like to encourage, you can ask my chapter members. I just don't think we get enough encouragement in this world.
There's 3 types of people.
Would
lack of a better term, crappy camera from Walmart and started videoing a few little events, file day, that our chapter put on. And took it a few more things, a few little tractor pulls and things like that, and slowly but surely started getting a few subscribers here and there, and it just kind of built. For about 5 years, it kind of stagnant, and I had about 2,000 or so subscribers, and then after about 5 or 6 years, it just exploded. And I think we started going to Red Power shows and winter conventions and things like that over time, and it just kind of spiraled. And now it's got up there, and 34,000 subscribers is nothing huge. A friend of mine that lives, I don't know, about 20 minutes away from me, he does construction videos, and he's making well over 6 figures right now on YouTube, off of YouTube alone, and got a little over 500 and some thousand subscribers.
Oh yeah, it's been restored, just like that one. If they weren't so heavy, I'd bring both of them, but, you know.
Now, does it have the, starts on gas, turns to diesel, or is it a straight diesel?
Yes, no. You start it on gas, and it starts real easy. It cranks up, and it's got a magnet on it, which I'm happy.
Yeah.
And it starts up on gas. You let that thing run a little while, you know, and it runs smooth. Just let it run, and you just, you know, pull that lever back. It breaks it over. And I like all of them. They're just a little different. So my two ends is a B and a D.
Well, that's good. Now, is the front there?
No, it's just a narrow front left behind. It's been restored. It's like that.
Luckily, it's just charging.
Now you can move this one down and idle it down some.
right, now to shut it off, you can kill the diesel all the way down. Yeah, all the way down. There you go.
All right, so I ended up getting back late at night on Friday. I started going through Fort Worth rush hour just after leaving the convention and had a crazy vibration, which ended up being a U-joint going bad. I chased it down by the time I got out of Fort Worth, but it actually put me about 3 hours behind with traffic and having to stop and pull over and figure stuff out, and then actually changing the U-joint. But got it done, got home safely. One thing I'd like to say though is that if you're interested in old internationals, there's no better way to network than to join one of these collector clubs, because you will meet the best people that I didn't even get to film. They had a huge auction, a huge silent auction, a huge, like, kind of like a swap meet going on in there. They raffled off a Scout and 2 tractors, and they auctioned off some tractors and a ton of parts and memorabilia. But the people that I met there was the best part, because you can meet people online, you know, forums, whatever, but when you finally meet people face to face, it's a different connection. There's a lot of knowledge in this community, and the older folks that know all about this stuff are starting to fade out, and it's important to get involved. So I'm hosting Harvester Night again this year in Texas. It's in Austin, Texas. It's May 1st this year. It is at the Austin Speed Shop, and it's the Thursday of Lone Star Roundup, which is arguably one of the best hot rod shows, classic car shows. And with the recent interest in internationals, my friends at the Speed Shop have given me the Thursday of Lone Star Roundup to do an international only event. So we've had tractors there, trucks, Scouts, Travelalls, everything. I don't know if I'm going to be hauling a refrigerator this year, but you never know what you're going to see there. This is going to be our 4th year doing it, and our IHCC chapter 25, the Lone Star chapter, will be present there. And you never know what you're going to see. Hopefully this guy will make it there. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. That helps me a lot, and I will see you in the next video.